What's up, guys? Today I'm going to take the Ennegram personality test. It's supposed to tell me my core drive, my core fear, and my core motivation. And I'm just kind of in a state of like, what is my core motivation? If I'm more clear on what I'm motivated by, then decision making becomes easier in all pursuits: academic, business, um, hobbies, knowledge, everything else. So yeah, let's take this personality test, and I'll be back. See, now this is kind of weird. Is this going to have the Hawthorne effect or some psychological effect where I try to I choose answers based on what I want to be perceived rather than what I actually am, because I'm recording this and making a video about it? I don't know. Anyway, let's see the results in a second. My results back. And my type is number 3, the achiever. But here's my Enneagram scores. Body types are driven by instinct and are tuned into the 5 senses as primary means of gathering information. Body types often feel their emotions and reactions in their stomach and have a gut sense for things. For body types, the core emotion is anger. This does not necessarily mean all body types experience anger frequently. Some people who are body types repress their anger, however, is still a driving force in their thoughts and actions. Really? I don't know about that. 98% match with 8. 8 see themselves as strong as powerful and seek to stand up for what they believe in. Yeah. 59% match with 9, and then 95% match with 1. Head types. Oh. Heart types. Your primary type is 3. All right, I'm going to read some of this and I'll get back to you. All right, honestly, I'm kind of done with the Enneagram stuff. I don't think it was that worthwhile to look into personally, because my score looked like on 1, 5, 8, and 3, they all looked super high. Yet it only talked about being a 3. So it's like, that's stupid. Waste of time. Yeah. I did get a little more clear that I am an achiever that wants to achieve things. That's something that's been with me my whole life. And I'm definitely should not suppress that, because that's part of me. So that's the only thing I gain out of this. So if you're thinking about taking the Enneagram, I would be very cautious, because it's way too simplistic. It should have taken all 4 of my super high scores and told me about that, not just, oh, you scored slightly higher and the highest in 3, so you're a 3 and this is what 3s are like. It's like, that's dumb. All right, that's it for today. All right, guys, I'm back the next day, and while editing the video, I kind of was like, all right, I was a little hasty on judging the Enneagram pretty quickly. I'll admit I was tired that day. I was not really in the mood for any baloney. But basically, I've come back. I've downloaded the PDF. I'm kind of skimming through it. I gave it to ChatGPT. I said, summarize this. And yeah, I'm just gonna read off what ChatGPT kind of said to me, and then I'll say if I agree or disagree with what it has to say. So it says, first of all, I was kind of talking to ChatGPT like, yeah, I kind of don't agree with it saying I'm a 3 and then ignoring the other 4 or 3 super high value ones, or not value, but 1, 3, 5, 8. I got a lot of high score in all 4. And so basically it says my top 4. Oh, sorry. But it said, yeah. I was like, is that overly simplistic to call me just a 3 and ignore the other 3 high scoring ones? It's like, yes, that's a problem with Enneagram. Maybe it's also a problem with the website I'm using. But whatever. I scored extremely high in 4 types, not just 1. Type 3, the achiever, 98%. Type 8, challenger, 96%. Type 1, the reformer, 95%. Type 5, investigator, 91%. See, that's interesting because I thought it would be higher on the investigator. So that tiny lead at 2 to 3% for type 3 made you a primary 3 for the report. But the truth is, you're a strong blend of 3, 8, 1, and 5, each driving different dimensions of your personality. So type 3, the achiever, my assigned core type. Motivated by success, admiration, and status, exceptionally adaptable, image conscious, and driven. Yeah, I would say motivated by success, admiration, status. Yeah, it's very, very accurate for my whole life, as far as I can remember back. Exceptionally adaptable. Oh, I'll 100% agree with that. Image conscious. Yeah, I guess. I guess, yeah. Um, and driven. Yeah. Core fear, being worthless or a failure. Maybe, maybe. I don't know. Core desire to be valued and respected. All right. At your best, inspiring, hardworking, self aware. Totally. At your worst, superficial, over competitive, image driven. Maybe. I don't know. I guess. Other strong types explain even more. Type 8 fuels your power, independence, and forceful leadership. Maybe, all right. Type 1 explains your need to be right, moral integrity, and self discipline. All right. Type 5 brings in depth, intellect, self sufficiency, and analysis. Totally. I feel like that's pretty strong. These are all pretty strong. Yeah, that's probably why they scored all high. You're not just a performer, you're also a thinker. 5. Yeah. A moral force. 1. Yeah. A leader slash warrior. 8. Okay. Wings and growth plan paths. Wings. 2 and 4. You lean toward 4 more than 2, adding introspection, creativity, and authenticity to your driven nature. I don't know what wings are, but I would say I'm introspective, creative, and authentic. Yeah, sure. I don't know what the 4 and 2 mean. We can look at that really quick. So the 4, let's look at wings. Transformations. Essential to the Enneagram is the idea of growth and movement. Rather than being locked into a static personality type, the Enneagram shows how we can shift and change both under stress and in times of expansion and growth. The two primary ways our personalities undergo transformation is through wings and arrows. Wings. In the Enneagram, right? ChatGPT, yeah, 4 more. In the Enneagram, each type is considered to have 2 potential wings. Your potential wings are the types which are adjacent to your primary type on the Enneagram diagram. For most people, their primary type explains the core of their behavior, while the wing drives secondary and sometimes contradictory aspects of who they are. Learning about your wing will help you understand your personality in more depth. Wings are also a way to think about development. In studying Enneagram, the first goal is to always understand ourselves as we are. The second goal is to understand how we move out of our patterns so that we may become more well-rounded, adaptable, and effective as people. Wings can help us to understand who we are, but they can also help us to see new behaviors that we might experiment with in order to grow and develop. Because our wings are adjacent to our own patterns, they can be easier to try on as compared with other unrelated types. Oh, as a 3, you may have either a 2 or 4 wing or a bit of both. These wings modify how you express your type and add depth to understanding what drives you. If there are some aspects of you who you are not, if there are some aspects of who you are that do not seem to fit with your primary type, then understanding your wings may explain why. Oh my gosh, there's a lot in here. 2 and 4. All right, I think that's good enough. Growth arrows. Grow by interpreting type 9's peace and type 6's self, trust, and reflection. Wow, that's interesting. So arrows in the Enneagram represent a path to development? Hmm. Each Enneagram type is connected to two other types in the diagram, and each connection is marked with an arrow in a particular direction. These arrows can be thought of as pointing in the direction of growth. One arrow points towards your primary type, indicating that you must grow from this development point. The other arrow points away from your primary type, indicating that you will grow toward the development point, this development point. In contrast, with wings, which are somewhat related with your primary type, arrows point to aspects of our personality that may be completely neglected. We tend to access our arrow points during times of upheaval, when we are experiencing stress or profound personal growth. Accessing arrow points is often difficult and disruptive, but integrating these points with our personality is an important part of becoming our highest selves. Threes connect with development points of type 9. See, I think it's just an oversimplification, but we'll continue. The characteristic of these types present key developmental stages in the growth of the 3 personality type. You may have already developed somewhat through your arrows, or you may find that the arrows present new opportunities for you to think about how to be more effective. Your scores for each of the arrow points can give you some ideas of how much you've already developed through these points. Higher scores indicate what you've already developed somewhat, while lower scores indicate an area for future growth. 41 on 6, self-trust and reflection. Okay. Yeah, I mean, as someone that's filled multiple journals, recorded tons of reflection videos, meditated a lot, I'm not sure I think 41 is that good, but then 959. Peace. Chilling. All right. Strengths, deep analysis, totally. Totally, yeah. Individualism. Yeah. Drive for self-improvement. Wow. Are these maxed? Are these maxed? 20 for 20? Analysis 20, individual 20, improve 20. Oh yeah, maxed all of them. Blind spots, superiority complex. What? Come on. 18 of 20. All right. Yeah, that's kind of true. But I'm pretty aware of it. I don't know, man. Although you may not freely admit it, the truth is you believe that you are a bit better than other people, or that you should aspire to be. It's hard to say who's better than someone else unless you're judging a skill, um, or knowledge, I guess, of a certain topic. Yeah, I don't know. Although you may find that you produce excellent results simply because you expect more of yourself, your belief that you are superior creates a lot of pressure on you and can sometimes make you come off as arrogant. While there's nothing wrong with aspiring to great things, the fact that everyone has their flaws and weaknesses, you included, you may find more peace and contentment in life if your identity doesn't depend so much on being the best. Ooh. Well, I'll counter that and say, is life about contentment? We're all gonna die. Is that really what's worth striving for? Is comfort and contentment and peace, chilling? I don't know. Image obsession. All right, that image obsession is a bit of an exaggeration, man. Like, I mean, at least for my physical self, I don't pay very much attention to my clothes and fashion. Like I would like to. It's just not a huge priority of mine. Like I'm much more interested in like studying mathematics than um, developing like a wardrobe. That's just for who I am right now. I'm like literally was planning to get a buzz cut in like 2 days. So I don't know. Obsession seems a little bit of a um, exaggeration, but at the same time, like I wanted to get a 36 on the ACT because of like how other people think of me. So there's some truth that image is not just like your physical appearance. Rule following to a fault, obedience. Really, I don't. I mean, yeah, at times I like there to be structure. when I'm in a dynamic, but maybe that's just when I'm feeling uncomfortable. Then I don't know what the dynamic is supposed to be like. Making the most of your, because I'm very like, I mean, I'm obedient, but like, I want obedience more than I feel like I am sometimes. I don't know. Your test result overemphasized type 3. You're clearly a multi-dimensional powerhouse. So thank you, ChatGPT. Drawing deeply from 3, 8, 1, and 5, a rare combination of strategic ambition. That sums it up. Forceful willpower. That sums it up. Principled integrity. Okay. And intellectual depth. Yep. That's pretty good. Don't let a single label flatten you. Your edge is how these traits fuse into something far more complex and powerful than one type alone. All right. Again, beneficial, yes. If you want to take the Enneagram, fine. I mean, I don't even know, man. I think I've got enough of this. I don't know. I mean, I came in with the goal of being like, what am I motivated by? And I'm motivated by success, achievement, admiration. Yeah. If I'm honest with myself, yeah. So there you go. That was what I came in for. That's what I found. Game over. We've done it. Complete. We gained benefits. Yes. Now, before I go, let's check one thing. Strength Finder. Clifton Strength Finder. Let's check this out, because I have taken this and I know there's an achiever on here, but I think mine, oh, there it is. When I took this, it was number 4 out of 5 was achiever. Interesting. What were my 5? Clifton, give me my 5. Chances of your being actively disengaged are: if your manager primarily ignores you, focuses on your strength, focus on your weaknesses, actively disengaged. Okay. My number 2 is relator. You do derive a great deal of pleasure and strength from being around your close friends. Yep. Number 1, learner. Learner number 1. 2, relator. What is relator? Refine how you learn. For example, you might learn best by teaching. If so, seek out opportunities to present to others. You might learn best through quiet reflection. If so, wow, find this quiet time. Why did I not check this box, dude? You know how many learning systems I've built? Seek new role. Oh, wait. As far as possible, shift your career toward a field with constantly changing technology or regulations. You will be energized by the challenge of keeping up. AI, neuroscience, and computer science. You know what? I was a neuroscience major and I've changed to being an AI major. So pretty cool. This is a long time ago I took this. I think discipline might be number 5 for me. Here it is. Yep, discipline's number 5 for me. And then what would be number 3? Could you guess what number 3 is? There it is, analytical. Analytical. So we got a learner, relator, analytical, achiever, discipline. What a powerhouse combo, in the words of ChatGPT. I'm sure that, I don't know if that Clifton strength would hold up. That was 2 or 3 years ago I took that test, so I'm sure the results would be a little different. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.